we're going to a category that I am currently calling What the Car Any Percent 1 through 9. Regular Any Percent covers chapter or episode. I use chapter, it uses episode. Forgive me, I'll interchange those. But episodes 1 through 7, which is the party. However, when the Steam release came out, which was the first and only release I know, it included episodes 8, The Sandstorm, and episode 9, Sneaky Sascar. And guess what? I like those. They're a lot of fun. So, we're going to go ahead and do our category, which is all of those. Because I like experiencing all of these exciting episodes. The one downside of all of these amazing episodes is we're still not doing 100%. So there's a lot of secret levels and hidden levels and optional levels that we're not doing. But it's okay. I have no problem with that. So, the way we start this run, we go our saves, we select our save, and we're going to delete this save. So time will begin in about 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, and we immediately skip the tutorial because Triban, I respect your tutorial, but I know your game. I know your giraffes. I know your bears. And I want to dive into this awesome time. This game is a lot of fun. I love What the Car. It is silly, it is weird, but in all the right ways. There is nothing offensive about this game, unless you're offended by puns. But if you're offended by puns, I've got no love for you. I'm sorry. Well, I've got love for you because I've got love for everyone. But if you're offended by puns, puns are great. I love puns. Alright, so we start a lot of these by immediately restarting right after we start the level. So the reason we do a quick restart is there's a little opening to show you what the name of the episode is. And the problem with that opening, I love it. It's filled with puns, it's filled with humors, it's filled with good times, but here is the problem. You ready for it? It's filled with frames being lost. And guess what? I don't want to lose those precious, precious frames. So instead, oh, I bopped those. I booped those pretty bad. My bad on those. So the thing is, I don't want to lose any of those frames. So to avoid losing those frames, we gotta skip that opening. So the best way of skipping is you just have to restart the run immediately. Because it only shows the opening the very first time you start a stage. So we're just going to fly through here because we're a car with big old legs. Whoa, our legs got stuck on that just a little wonky. Thing about physics games, they got physics. And what do those physics do? Whatever they feel like doing. Alright. By the way, if you look to upper right, there was a treasure chest. That's part of the optional stuff that we miss out on. Now we're going to be a car with little tiny legs. There we go. Just clean on through. Look at that good look on that good happy car boy. That car boy's like, I'm having the time of my life. And I am too. I'm having a lot of fun with this run. We're just going to have some fun. Keep things as positive as possible because I don't know about you. I had a less than ideal work day today. And we snuck through there. Oh, we missed. Okay, it's okay. We're going to miss every boost pad possible, but we're still going to get a gold. We're all good. We're happy because that car is happy. But I was going to say, I don't know about you, I had a frustrating day. And because of that, I am going to use this game as an excuse to have some fun. Alright, one more. Boom! Look at that look on his face. He's like, oh boy, did I jump. Could have gone faster. I blame myself. That's entirely on me, but it's all good. Whew, and you came out facing the wrong direction. So there's that treasure in the upper left corner that is entirely optional. It's what's great about this game. You're probably like, weren't you drinking out of a goose mug? Some coffee? Yes, I was. I also have a seltzer, because I also need straight up hydration on top of having my coffee hydration. Alright. This one, we don't want to upset the apple cart too much. So we can hold the button to jetpack. I don't want to do that more than I need to, because it slows us down quite a bit. So we're just gonna try and do this nice and smart. Nice and smart. And there we go. Nice and smart. Look at happy car man. Happy car boy. And we are on our way. Continuing down. Upper right corner, that percentage is the percentage we need to clear all of this, not the percentage for 100%ing this. So, because of that, you'll always know how close we are to finishing things up. Look at that. We do grab a card. We don't want to grab those cards more than we need to because it will slow us down. It takes a little bit extra time to load up the card. And since we're doing any percent, not 100%, we don't need every card. If we're doing 100%, we could get every card. We need to get every card, but we're not doing that. So, instead, we're just going to be very mindful of things. Try to avoid the card, but we won't. Oh, came in at a slightly sharp angle right there. By doing the umbrella, we float on through without keeping our speed boost going as long as possible, because we do want that speed boost. Yes, that card said the name of the level. We are a car with umbrella. This stage is actually called Carry Poppins. You know, like Mary Poppins, but you're a car. Oh, actually, we want to go this way. I always forget about that. Alright, clean on through. That's a very good gold right there. And by the way, that gold crown will always land on your head upside up. Which is, say, upside up to your car. So, this one, you do not need to reset to get rid of the name of the stage. Same with the next one. Not every stage do you need reset. And part of the challenge is memorizing which ones you need to actually reset and which ones you don't. So this one, all you do is fling yourself like that and there you go. Boom, done. Look how fast that was. And the crown ends up upside up to your car, no matter what way your car is facing. Alright, there we go. And now we're going to ride on back nice and slow. So hydration time, my friend. Delicious. Although it is very cold coffee. That's coffee I actually poured like about 2 hours ago. But you know what? If it's good coffee, I don't mind. So now we unlock this treasure and we get ourselves a friend. And great thing about a friend is they are going to spoil what the next episode is. What's the next episode? Well, this guy looks like a sports fan. So maybe it's about sports fanatics. No, it's not. It's not about sports fans. Then what is it about? Oh, it is gonna be about sports. So this is actually my worst episode. So I'm going to hope for the best, but understand if I don't do the best. I apologize. I'm going to try and do the best. Also, don't go so quick that you outrun the line to the first stage. Otherwise, you could end up kind of angering the game a little. So we're just going to slide on through, and there we go. Goal car. So we got through that one nice and easy. Look at that bear having the best time ever. That bear, I want to be that bear right there. So this area of this stage, I mentioned this is my worst episode. So the thing is, this one's not too bad. There are some different themes on the sports area, and this one is not too bad. It's, I believe, the second area we encounter is going to be the one that really is just full of problems for me. Because it is the one that imitates Rocket League. And if you're not familiar with Rocket League, fantastic game. I never got into it. I'm no good at Rocket League. And this game imitates Rocket League a fair amount for one area. So, okay, that was unfortunate. There we go. We need to catch up to that net. And we did that in amazing time. That is quicker than I could expect. So we are next going to have the opposite, where we are the net and we need to catch up to the ball. So instead of chasing the ball, what we need to do is know where the ball is going. Just like that, excellent time. That is as good as you could ever hope for. 3 seconds and change. Let's keep this going. Try to avoid, we could go around this. Or, unfortunately, we hit the ball. If you hit the ball there, you get knocked back a fair amount. But that worked out really good. Let's hope the Rocket League section, and sadly we won't see bowling. Let's hope the Rocket League section goes good. Because that is the part that could give us the biggest issues. But first we'll go target practice. So in this one, we are just going to be this happy ball. Oh, this one is kind of on the slow side. But once you get flung, then hitting your jump midair will get you a nice speed boost. So we do get that gold. I know it looked really slow, and I hate how slow it is. Well, I don't hate it. It's just too much time to appreciate the game, and I'd rather be appreciating the speed run. So here, once again, before we hit the ground, a nice little speed boost. And here we are just gonna fling ourselves, get a little bit of a boost. Fling ourselves again. Ooh, and cut that razor thin, that margin of error, because we gotta go as fast as we can. We are speed runners. And every time we don't get a gold, it makes me a very sad car. Well, I'm not a car, but... So this one is a very interesting one. Because it's a fake goal. Imagine playing soccer and somebody replaces the goal with a fake one like that. Man, that would just That would confuse me. So now we have a bunch of guns. We are staring down the barrel of a cannon. But that means it's time for us to become a cannon. I hope you're ready to see a car with a cannon on its roof. Forgive my camera here, because my camera goes all over the place, because wherever the camera is pointing, that's where the cannon's going to aim you at. Also, these cannons here, they have zero chill. Zero chill. So this one, we're going to go for some major time saves and skips. Forgive the camera, because it is going to get... That's a nice little skip right there. Don't want to go too high, so I kind of chilled on the shooting for a second. And notice the crown upside down, because we are upside down. And oh boy, those cannons are very unhappy right now. So let's keep moving, keep moving. Okay, and we're going to go back. So another sip from our goose mug. Let's keep this on rolling. Whew. I'm getting flustered. So much accent, so much good times. But now comes push the ball. And this is where things go a little bit off the rails for me. So we're going to hope for the best. I make no promises. I want good, but... Okay, that was really good. If you miss aim on that, it is really easy miss aim. And then you end up chasing the ball all over. Because say I didn't explain about the controls on this game. You are always moving forward. That's what a car does. It's always going. So because of that, and now it's now it's foosball time. We're just going to restart this. Not what I wanted. That's a loss of some time, but we're all good. We're still good. Oh, we could be better, but we're going to keep going. Of course we're going to keep going. We're not going to quit. And sometimes things don't go how we want, but it's all is good. Oh, come back. Come back. We're just going to restart. Oh, that was unfortunate. That's a little bit of a loss of time. This is kind of a really cool stage, though. What the car? That was weird. Does it just float and settle into the middle? Okay. Okay, we're going to fling that one so we could trade what one's controlling it. There we go. We did lose a little bit of time, unfortunately. But we're doing good. We will make up for lost time. Oh. Okay, that was unfortunate. Fling it on through. Then goes the big bear. And we're good. Okay, we lost a little time. I do not care for that time loss. I apologize for that, but hopefully we are going to make up for that lost time. But of course, we are at the part that's the hardest part for me. This is where we are playing Rocket League. Okay, that one worked out okay. Not great. That could have gone so much better. My aim was really bad on a lot of that. Aim is very important in this. Okay, not good. Like I said, your car is always going forward. So that's part of the trickiness of all of this, is you're always going forward. So you gotta remember, if you miss-aim something, you're in for a bad time. Okay, this one's very easy. The bear will always guard in the same direction. That was a weird one there, but bear will always guard in the same direction. And there we go. And now we float on back, so it's hydration time. Say hello to the goose again. Ah, delicious. I mean, it is cold coffee, but it's not bad cold coffee. And even though we did have a little bit of a hard time, especially with that one foosball stage, we are doing nice and good. And hey, that's a very professional looking friend we just got. I think professionalism might tie into our next episode. Let's find out. Okay, we need to wait for the ride. All right. And here we go. Roar! All right, we've got some options. Let's go to the offices first. We are going to ride on office chairs, which is very, very dangerous. Oh boy, that was less than ideal, but we didn't go flying off out of a window yet. Now we will. Or no? Wow, we approached that one really weird. Normally you should go flying out of a window. So this next one is pretty much called Car on Office Chairs Going Too Fast. And we are going to go way too fast start off because we're speed running. But we are then aiming to hit some of those so we don't go flying off. All right, there we go. And that was perfection right there. We did not go flying to our doom. There's some coffee. There's some coffee. Who doesn't like some coffee? All right, and now we are going to go into office job. We don't do tech support. I'm sorry, not my line of work. That is for someone else to do. That's for the bears, not the car. This one is called, saying along the lines of, car comes into work sick. Oh. Hit that tree, which was really weird. Oh no! Wow! Not good. Okay, we did get through that. That did go a little bit bad, but we're all right. One more in the office, and this one's called Your Sick Car, Go Home. And yes, once again, we are a sick car. And there we go. We just went home and then some. Or go home, your sick car. Whatever, I got that backwards, but close enough. All right, let's hydrate again. Next, we'll go to the park. There's also the bank. We're not going to the bank. Well, we're not going there yet. The park has some cool jobs for us to do. This is one we did not need reset on. And this one, we are Edgar Scissorhands, as the card will say, because that card was in our way. So, of course, we got it. Edgar Scissorhands. All right. Now we will continue on. If you're wondering about the different stages, any of them that look like this orange play button is a perfectly normal stage. Any of them that's a red pencil is a user-created stage. We don't do any of those. When we're playing for fun, hitting the optional stages, it's a lot of fun. Those on the dotted white line, not the solid white line. And then, of course, solid white line is what we gotta do for our speed runs, because it is the essential levels. And yes, we will vacuum up the president's desk as we ride our Roomba off into the sunset. Believe it or not, all of these control a lot harder than you think they do, but that's half the fun. The controls are not bad, they're intentionally awkward. And now we're going to make a burger. Take your burger. Yeah, employee of the month right there. Look at him. Look at that happy car man. Look at that. Had his first job as a burger employee. I could go for a burger right now. All right. Gotta be careful not to do too many. Oh, we kind of did too many, but not before the game recognized that we finished. I didn't know what would happen if we ever accidentally did too many like that. All right, and now we are a quadcopter. Quadcopter? I don't know what you'd use for that, but we have our ability here is some limited up boosting, and we will use that to get on over things. You don't want to crash, and there we are. We got to the end of the park like it was nothing. And with that, we are done with the park, and we're off to the bank after we do our ride home. So once again, hydrate. And I'm done with my cold coffee, so say goodbye to our goose mug friend. And instead, we continue on our way to the bank. So you might be thinking, oh, we get a job at the bank. No, we do a bank job. Wait, isn't that the same thing? No, it's not. No, it's not. Take the money and run. We just need to avoid these lasers. Take the money and run. Rawr, rawr. I love those bears when they're like, rawr, rawr. All right. Straight line to the end. We'll do a little jump there. Save a little bit of that line. And there we go. All right, and now let's go ahead and hit the button. That was it for the bank. You only do one bank job. I mean, that's all you ever do is one bank job. Hopefully you don't go to jail. Don't do crime, kids. Everyone, don't do crime. So let's see who our next buddy is. I wonder if it could be somebody who looks like they work in traffic? Like some sort of traffic control? Nope, it's a clown. Yeah, that's because if you look at the categories on the live splits above my picture, right up there, we are going to longer. And longer is kind of clownish in some ways. And I don't mean clownish like bad or something. I mean clownish like they get weird. So let's get longer. This car is long this way. The car. I love the music. What the car? Oh, that bear got... I'm sorry, bear. Oh, look at that poor bear. I apologize. That was my bad. That was all on me. All right, we're just going to continue on our way. And once again, we're a wide car. Let's go and be as wide as we can be. So one of the challenges here is your car. You have to make sure you know where all of your car is at any point. And also, once you hit a speed boost, if it's sideways, there are all sorts of things that could happen. So this becomes very tricky because it's a lot of spatial awareness you need to do all at once. And your button, by the way, all it does is honks. So if you go right, you could get your card, but you also have to take that left-hand area to my left right now, and it loops around and it eats up some extra time before you come back to this area. Which, that's a time loss. We don't do time losses. We do time gains. That's what we are all about with our speed runs. We want to keep moving nice and fast. All right, and now we're going to the dessert. I'm kidding. Desert. I know how to read. We're going to the desert, which is kind of a weird one. That was unfortunate. Oh boy, I missed it. That was a little bit of a time loss because I missed that one. Still a gold, but I kind of missed that one. That's unfortunate. And now we're going to do this, but on a bigger scale. Way bigger scale. And boom. And our picture at the end, I don't even see our happy car face on this. All right, and now we're on to wobbly. Wobbly? What does that even mean? It means a lot of things. The first one can be kind of dangerous, so... There we go. That is the first part of wobbly. And yes, we were a cardian. A cardian. Yeah, Yeah? No? 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 It's okay. I love puns. I will enjoy them for all of us, even if you're not going to enjoy them. And now we are a caterpillar. So we have to keep letting one end go first. Remember, you always keep moving forward, so we want to be smart about how we approach things, and you do need to be on flat ground before you trade what part is going. So we need to do that nice and smart. Be mindful of the bears and of the crates. Both of those can end up being things you can't trade what part you're on if the current head is on the wrong one. And we're almost done. Oh, hopefully you enjoy Snake. This one is entirely RNG. If you are a speedrun fanatic, you know how much RNG is the worst. Those dots, entirely RNG. They could end up anywhere. You never know where they will be. So because of that, you can't really plan that stage. That stage, it typically won't break a run, but it can unmake a run. It can make a run go very bad. So we're just going to head on back. A little more hydration. That one would not be from a goose mug and not ice cold coffee. But it's okay nonetheless. And now we're going to go the other side of longer. The side that's not wider, but truly longer. And by the way, we are going to have some major drifting going on with this. So this becomes a little tricky because there is major driftage with this. And if you're wondering what is up with the giraffe, well, we're going to have some giraffe levels also, because what can you say about giraffes? In terms of necks, they are longer. There we go. Hit a few more bumps than I'd prefer, but we're doing nice and good right there. And we're going to do another one of those with a real wide car. We want to remember, aim slightly left coming up. Yep, just like that is just what we want to see. That skips a little bit of the level. Oh no. No! Wow, that was unfortunate. Oh boy, let's avoid that final dash panel. So that would be a loss of time. That is unfortunate, but you know what? We will deal with what we need to. Okay, how much time did we lose there? Somewhere in the neighborhood of, 37 seconds. That is unfortunate. All right, let's keep going to giraffes. Giraffes are awesome. I like giraffes. Oh my glob! Oh, I am just having the worst luck with this episode tonight. Oh, that one controls really, really difficult. Like, it feels awkward. But on bright side, we are going to have some giraffes that feel a little bit better. Like this one. Boom! Clean on through. Look at all those happy giraffes right there. They are all happy. We're happy. We're going to continue on going. Of course, we're going to continue on going, though. And now we're kind of like Tony Hawk. Except for we're riding a giraffe. But we're kind of like Tony Hawk. And so hitting the button controls our kicking, our pushing off. Car on a skateboard, but it's a giraffe. And because this one's really fun, we're actually going to revisit this idea quite a few times. Alright, let's keep going. Look at that sweet ollie at the end. Gold crown, because that was the best ollie. We are nearly done with this episode, but not quite there yet. So we want to make sure we don't step in a bad spot. Ruff! Ruff! I love those bears' noises. And if I remember right, this is my least favorite stage coming up. Or no, I don't think it is. Never mind. This one's a good one. Oh, I did not need reset. Whoa, just throw our giraffe. And no, that's not my eyes closed. That's my behind. Alright, and we are done with longer as soon as we get our buddy. So who's our buddy gonna be? I don't know, but if you look up above, the splits. Look at the splits. It is called driving. So it's probably something to do with driving. And why does it take until episode 5 of What the Car for the car to finally be driving? What is up with that? Don't worry about that. Also, driving is going to get very weird. Unlike rest of this game, which not weird at all, right? There's a bear in a traffic vest, a high-vis vest, and a high-vis hat. That's a good safe bear. And down we go. And there we are. That was a little bit of a time loss on that stage, but all is fine. And we're off to the next little hub area for drive-in. We're going to see a lot of cool stuff with driving. We're also going to see a lot of dangerous stuff, but we're going to be all good. Alright, there we go. We gotta wait for that gate to open. And that green goo, it's not safe for you, but it's not dangerous. Not explicitly dangerous, so it's okay. We just gotta keep on moving. And this one's an interesting one, because we're now this thing. We don't want to stop moving any more than we need to, but taking sharp turns does kind of slow us down, so it's about being very cognizant of how we move. What the car? Oh, little loss of speed there. I hit that a little different than I'd prefer. But that's what physics are about. We continue through this world of toxic waste. Once again, we're going to be that unicycle motorcycle tire. There we go. That's a nice fast time for this one. But this time for wheel. The next one's called like one wheel to roll them all. Because I don't know if we will get the card or not, but it's called one wheel to rule them all. And we're almost done with this part of driving. Just gotta survive this area. This level can be a little bit of a bear. You get that? Because there's all these bears around, so it's like a little bit of a bear. All right, we got through nice and fast. That should be a gold crown and then some. Well, barely a gold crown. One wheel to rule them all, and one wheel to bind them. There is the pun in there for all of my Lord of the Rings friends, because I've got some friends who love Lord of the Rings. I'm not the biggest fan, but I appreciate. So we have 3 more areas in this area to do. Next, bike rental, because, hey, sometimes a car gets tired and needs to ride a bike. Big thing with the bike, does not have the oomph to blast through a lot of things. Oh boy. That was unfortunate. We will pretend that did not happen. Let's try and make up some lost time. That was unfortunate. A little more time loss. Once again, we don't want time loss. Time loss is unfortunate for everyone, but it does happen in this game, so we just try and do what we can to make up for it. Oh boy. Kind of came in at some bad angles on that. Okay. It takes time to get your jet to recharge on this one, and that is what slows you down more than anything. So now we have some environmental things we've got to wait for. And it's going to get worse before it gets better. Not in the bike section, but in another area. Nope. That was unfortunate. Let's do this again. All right, there we go. We got through that. We are good. We are alive. We got gold. Once again, we lost a little bit of time. Final part of the bicycle lesson is right here. This one also can be potentially dangerous. So we are going to go over here. Oh, great. Hit that entirely wrong. Oh, let's just lose all the time we can right here. Okay, we recovered. Alright, we did recover, but boy did we lose some time. Okay, we've got a little more to do in this driving area. Driving being the longest part of the any percent. Not counting when you do any percent 1 to 9, which is the showcase category I made for myself. But now we could be an awesome car. Awesome car. And awesome cars involve awesome loop-de-loops. We're just going to take the slightly longer route because it's a little safer. And we kind of approached it a little dangerously to get on it. Alright, let's keep going. Of course we keep going. I mean, I say it like we aren't going to keep going. Alright, keep up the awesome carness. That almost makes me feel like I'm getting vertigo or something. By the way, anytime you see a UFO, that means there is some sort of secret. And that's how you get that card. But we are skipping that card. Trying to skip too much of that toxic waste as well. for the car. All right, we got through that. Good gold. And after this is my least favorite part of the entire run. You'll see why. Oh, this one though is... This one controls so horribly. I mean, it's the point of it, but oh, is it bad. Just remember, anytime you don't like the controls on a game, don't say it's badly programmed, because sometimes they're programmed to be weird for a reason. Like on this, it's not good controls, but it's that way for a reason. This though, oh, I do not care for this. We are stuck. But yeah, don't criticize games calling them badly programmed and say developers are idiots or something like that just because you're not a fan of how it plays. Because sometimes they're done for a reason, and sometimes they're done because the developer was not given the resources they need. And guess what? On this one, they were programmed to be weird for a reason, because this is a physics game. Car with too many wheels. 4-wheel it was. This time it's 4-wheel. By the way, follow those gears where that skull sign is, and you get the ultra hard challenge levels. So this is one I am not a huge fan of. It's all about walking in high heels. And you don't want to fall. Oh, that bear almost tripped me up, and if you fall, you lose so much time, because how long have we been at this? Oh, the high heels are so nerve-wracking. All right, now we go slot cars. If you were a kid of the 70s or 80s or maybe 60s, I forget when they came out for sure, you might know slot car racing. And we're about to have slot car racing. Hopefully we do this in record speed. We got 3 stages of it. Stage 2 is easy. Stage 1 and Stage 3 can be messy. Good, he did not hit me. Okay. That was not good. All right, got it. That one's not too bad. Stage 2 is actually very easy. Stage 3, though, is where it's going to go bad. Potentially. Let's hope it doesn't. So main thing is when you go on turns, you need to slow down, or you will do that. I thought I was going a little slower than that. That one is easy because of that reason right there. Break it till you make it. Alright, now stage 3 of this. Final one for driving. Oh! I was hoping the race would have kept going. Okay, it's alright. Oh! Oh, this one's horrible. Oh boy. Nope. Wow. Okay. Let's play this one honest and innocent this time. Oh boy, I am just going to biff this, aren't I? Oh boy. Oh. Oh, this is not good. I am now losing time here really badly. Oh, what am I doing? Okay, let's wait for it. Oh, that was sad. Oh, lost so much time there. Look at my splits. I lost like a minute in this episode. More than a minute. Oh. And now we're going to see Weird Diver Guy is going to be our buddy. Look at his big flippers. It's kind of a walrus bear. Alright, let's see if we could do good. And now we are a carp. That's a car, that's a carp. Seems rather fishy to me. There we go. That is pretty good. Let's just keep moving as quick as we can. See if we can make up some lost time. Oh, I thought I was going to get that. Nope. Okay, let's try and push things, because I do want to try and make up for some of that lost time, so we've got to push things. Let's go to the resort. Alright. Nice fancy boat. Oh, come now. Oh, that one turtle. Still a gold, but that turtle cost me. Although I have had issues where I've died on that stage because of those turtles, so all is still good. And now comes a boss fight. Oh boy, not ideal, but still made it through without too much of an issue. Still a gold. You want to get that in 3 shots, not 5, so... And now some karaoke. I actually have never gotten that one before. I probably shouldn't have, because it's going to cost me some frames. Karaoke. All right. And now we will head on back, and we've got some more water time. Like, we haven't even been a shark car yet. That'd be a shark. It was a car. That's what we are right here, a shark car. Shark cars are cool because they can do big jumps. You could also try and do some rocket boosts using these mines, but can also be rather dangerous if you don't hit them right. So we don't do it on this stage, but we will be doing it on a future one. Because a little rocket boost, not a bad idea right now. Because we could use that speed increase. So once again, we skip the intro. So right here, we will try a little rocket boosting. Didn't quite work how we wanted. Didn't kill us, so at least could have been worse. And look at that happy shark car. Silver because that rocket boost failed us. And now we'll go surfing. If you remember that car on a skateboard, but it's a giraffe, same exact thing, but now it is surfing. But same exact mechanic. Oh, barely missed that. But it's all good. You keep going. And we'll have another one of those, because this game, it shifts up the mechanics a lot, but when it finds one it likes, it is going to use it a bit, which is kind of cool, because it tends to know which ones are the good ones. You know, it's not like they went, oh, here's the high heel mechanic, we're going to use it over and over. Instead, it's like, no, here's the surfing. It's fun. We were smart enough to skip the card, which saves us a few frames. So if I could get ahead on my splits with this one, we could do good, but otherwise our any percent time is not going to improve. So pretty much party chapter is not going to change one way or another. So it's all about how we do with water. All right, got through that pretty well. So we're kind of threading the needle on if we can improve or not. Now we're going to the cove. Alright, that wasn't too bad. In fact, that's pretty good. I usually have a lot more issues on that stage. By the way, no RNG on this, on what they're going to want. It's always going to be the same thing. And now comes the boss fight, another one we don't need to restart. All we gotta do is get some pesky bears off of us. There we go. That is a good time right there. All right, And now we go on back to the beginning. It's a long path. Unfortunately, there is nothing you could do to speed this up, except watch your live split. Watch your split, just keep going. No, stop. That's all good. So we're going to make a new friend here. It's going to be our favorite scientist, Albert Einstein. They don't actually give him a name, but I give him that name. Look at him. Ooh, that was really good for water right there. And now we're off to the party. So any percent would be finishing up really soon. Jump in the hole. Mash through some text. Have our bird fly us away. And of course, if we were doing any percent, time would be coming up real soon. And we are kind of doing any percent because doing anything else right now is not even a real category. So it's like, I'm just doing any percent for submission's sake. The rest of this after party ends is purely for the giggles, the fun. Eventually, I'd love for it to become one category for doing everything through Sneaky Sascar. But for right now, that's not the case. So, for submission's sake, it's when this split ends, we're done. However, if you are one of the mods who is watching me do this, can we get like any percent full game, something like that? I mean, that's what. So, for example, with Deliver Us the Moon, when the game first came out, it had Deliver Us the Moon that ended before you got to Tombow. Tombow being the final area. And so there's a category called Any Percent Fortuna. Later on, they released Tombow. And Tombow was the final area, added a conclusion to the story, and so they made Any Percent full game. And Any Percent full game was finishing through Tombow. Of course, with this game, it sounds like they might add another area before too long, so I don't know how that'll work out. But, consider it. Because I would love to be able to include Sandstorm and Sneaky Sascar in my official runs. And so time is coming up as soon as I get my butt out of here. So we need to have these guys chat real quick. Okay, time's coming up. There. That would be a 1:17:48, which I think is a pretty good time. That's better than my previous submission. But we are not done with what we're playing for today, because we're going in for the big event. And of course, here we have a little dialogue that we cannot skip. He's like, honk if you like sand. Okay, ready, go. And now Sandstorm's coming. Oh. That's where you skip, though. What the Sandstorm? Of course, this is the easy one because you don't have to worry about enemy vehicles. After this one, it is all downhill with challenge. Alright, let's keep going. Sandstorm is also the longest episode of this game by far. Well, by a decent amount. Driving is kind of long. Sandstorm, though, is really long. Oh boy, I made the mistake of... You don't want to stand on it when it gets activated. Alright. Now we're going to start having some baddies show up. Like this guy right here. Alright, got rid of him. I think. Sounds like he might have been smacking into things still. Alright, we just keep rolling. Here's another baddie. Actually, two of them. Oh, that got a little sketchy. If you ever fall way far back, the sandstorm will eat you up with lightning. So we are going to try to avoid being eaten up by the sandstorm by falling behind. So we got to keep moving. I hit way too many obstacles and I missed some of the speed pads. That was all on me. We've got some more nasty vehicles here. These guys with springs on them are out to cause some major issues. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Barely did not die. Oh boy. How many times can I say, oh boy? I mean, oh boy is kind of my trademark for, oh boy, things are going really bad. Okay, avoid the sides here. Oh no! That's why you avoid the sides. Oh, this is not going to be a gold for this one. That's for sure. Oh, that got dicey. Yeah, that is a bad one. But here, we get to be the big car. The big car cares not for all of you little cars. Everyone's honking at me. Everyone's shooting soccer balls at me. Whew. I love being the big car. Hey, Bent. How are you doing today, my friend? Or tonight, I should say. Tomorrow morning. How are you doing, my friend? Hope everything's going good. This is my new speedrun obsession. And, oh, now I'm the little car. Chillin' sounds good. It is the weekend. It is the right time for chilling. My week was chaotic and a mess, so I am planning on chilling quite a bit this weekend. Well, oh boy. Okay, slider in there. Yeah, so this is from the same people who made What the Golf. So this is the third game in what I call the What the Cinematic Gameverse. So the first one, What the Golf, then came What the Bat, which is a VR game. And then came What the Car. which is a really silly one. It's a lot of fun. I started speedrunning it. Ooh, boy. As you could tell, it very much has the theme of What the Golf going on, where things are just really weird and silly. Personally, I love it. I love the silliness of this game. It's filled with puns. It's filled with good times. I'm also going to be submitting it for some speedrun events. I just started speedrunning it earlier this week, and I'm already feeling good and confident. Oh, did not need to skip on that one. So here, so it's on Steam, as well as it came out a while ago, I guess, on iOS. So if you have an Apple device of any sort, iOS availability, but it's on Steam. That's where I'm playing it. And it is a ton of fun. Also, I'm looking forward, I'm finally going to try What the Bat, which was the VR game that they made. I didn't have room for VR in my studio for a long time. I had a bunch of garbage on the floor behind me. I finally cleared it out. And then when I loaded up my my Valve Index, one of my two index controls, the right one, would not connect anymore. It is broken. So, because of that... Oh, which one are we... Oh, Sonic the Hedgehog time. So because my controller broke, I ordered a new one. It's going to show up soon, but until then, can't try What the Bat, but I'm really excited to try What the Bat, because I have loved all of the What the games. Like, these games are just so much fun. Oh, come on. There we go. Like, they have the right level of janky controls, intentionally janky, that really kind of keep you on your feet. Okay. This is so hard to control, by the way. Oh boy. Alright. One more mine vehicle, and now we are to the finish line. There we go. Yeah, it's silly. It's hilarious. They're really fun. Like, they're good for anyone. Like, any audience can have fun with these games. Like, there's nothing offensive, just weird. I love just weird. Alright. Oh! Oh, boy. That guy was causing me some issues. Alright, here we go. This is pretty good. This is really good right here. And then my worm friend. Alright, got through that. Oh, and he flung me over it. Alright. I love the fact that these are physics games at their best. Like, the physics are really physicky. Like, they are silly, they're unpredictable, and it's the type of game where you're never going to know for sure what's going to happen each and every time. And then, of course, the stages are always good fun. Alright. These guys again with this. Oh boy. Don't want to fall behind. Alright, there we go. This guy is going to be annoying. He's going to just drop mines. Alright, over we go. Avoid the fire. Avoid the fire. Jump that fire. And just keep it on rolling. Alright, just ride out the end of this path and boom! So the stage I'm doing right now, or the stages right here, are not part of any speedrun category, so these are pretty much like a showcase type of thing for me. I'm hoping one day for this to be a category. So now, This is essentially Guitar Hero. It's Note Highways. And there is no RNG on this one. Just memorization. Or as they call it, it's not Guitar Hero, it's Guitar Hero. Because you gotta have those puns. All those puns. And there we go. I am a... Give me that card. Guitar Hero. Alright. And now you're like, hey, so you're pretty much done with this area. No, just the first part of it. We're going to have more sandstormy, I don't know, silliness. Oh, looking at my sum of best segments, boy, I could really improve a lot. Anyways, let's see, we've got about almost 20 minutes left on this run, and then that'll probably be all of it for streaming tonight, because on Fridays I have a 5 o'clock p.m. my time appointment every week, so can't run late. Oh, this one controls so silly. All right. Oh, this control is so weird, but so good. Boom. I was going to say, that better be a gold. That felt so good. I missed a couple dash pads, which was unfortunate, but overall real good. And now it's time to monkey around. Could have done that a little smoother, but all is good. Could have done that a lot smoother. Wow. I get it, game. Game just said, nah, dude, you did it wrong. Well, let's monkey around again. Oh, that was unfortunate. Oh, boy. Whoa, okay. Oh, that... wow. That did things. I'm good with it. I mean, in the end, I did get a gold. But that did things, and that was, yes, so much. How about no on that? But it's all good. We are still the awesome monkey man with a monkey plan. Oh boy. Oh no, come on. Oh boy, I have lost control here. Okay, there we go. Oh, that was... I got a gold still, but that was getting kind of everywhere. Oh, here's one of my favorite ones. If you know Street Fighter 2, when you beat up the car in Street Fighter 2, there we go, we beat up the couch. And we did it in record time. Well, I don't know if it was record time, but in a good time. So up here, if you jump off to the left, you could wait for a sandworm to go down there. And if you ride that sandworm, you find some extra bonus levels. Oh boy. Sandstorm is closing in on me really badly right there. Oh boy. Still a gold? We are good. We're getting near the end of Sandstorm, which means we're almost down to the final episode for tonight. I love how there's snow here. I don't know why. All right, clean on through. I don't know what it wants from me there. Take that, Da Vinci. I actually died on the world map here yesterday. Right here. But I made it, so all is good. Okay. Oh boy. Oh, those wing levels are really hard. Like, I have a hard time figuring out what it actually wants from me. And final stage, if you know Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome, you know this one. Oh, I missed. Did that count as a hit or... I don't know why one of those did not really count as a hit. Like, it hit it, but it didn't go popping back. Alright. wrapping up this stage. Yeah, I haven't tried What the Bat yet. So Monday I get my my replacement right controller for my Index. I have What the Bat. I really want to play it. I'm excited to see what it's like. But yeah, I've heard it's good. I've also heard it's bad. I've heard some people say it gets a little repetitive, so not sure what to think of it. All I know is, I think I also heard some people say that this game got repetitive, and I have no issues with it. I also heard them say What the Golf gets repetitive, which I'm going to call garbage on that. What the Golf never gets repetitive. What the Golf was fantastic from beginning to end. I have replayed it for like Extra Life multiple years. Alright, and now... Alright, we cut some time down. Yeah, What the Golf was fantastic. Like, I have to say, What the Golf is honestly one of the best games I've ever played, just because it is so much fun to keep playing it over and over, and there's always something really cool to every time you play it, it feels different. Also, they added bonus stuff after the game first came out, which they're also doing with this one. So this one, they're adding more material as it's been out. So like, for example, this area was not in the original iOS release. Same with Sandstorm. So it's kind of cool. They keep adding material to make it even more of an awesome game. Alright, let's see. Good job skipping that. So our big challenge here is we want to avoid these park rangers. Yeah, I like how they add in those, the weekly events for it. Because it's so awesome that they support their games all the way through. They never stop supporting them. Which is so much more than I could say about a lot of games. Alright, so here we gotta be super sneaky. Luckily, we don't need really slow down for the sneakiness. What's unfortunate is we are going to have, I think it's the next level, we do have to slow down some, which is quite opposite to speedrunning. We don't want to hit that jump pad, it'll send us the wrong direction. Yeah, after my new controller comes out on, or comes to me on Monday, I'm thinking Tuesday I'm going to be playing a ton of VR, and the first thing I'm playing is What the Bat. Because I gotta play that. I actually bought it when it's on sale like a couple years, or I guess about a year ago. So here we gotta be very smart and careful. Alright. So then we want to stick nice and close to these. The important thing, remember, with these bear park rangers is as long as they hit something, they are going to go into a bad way. So like that guy is going to hit that sign. Nope, he hit the dash pad and he went flying. Yeah, I really want to get playing on What the Bat, especially after playing this. Like, it has been so much fun playing What the Car, and it's like I need more of that What the feeling. Alright, which one was this? I don't remember this one offhand. Oh, it's the car. This one's a good fun one because it gets nice and fast for being a water one. Because usually the water levels were a little slower. This one, super fast water level. And as long as we stay up here, all will be good. Did not want to get the card. The card slows us down just a touch, but it's all good. Sasquatch caught a carp. I love the humor in this game. Bad puns are my favorite. Alright, we only have a few stages left. We're on track for a really good time. Oh. There we go. Just gotta eat enough things. Real good gold time right there. I sat for a second because my brain froze. Alright, I've been playing this one game for an hour 45 already, so yeah, my brain is frozen. I think there's only one stage after this one. Oh boy. That was unfortunate. So I tried skipping and I managed to hit the wrong button for the skip. Or the reset. Which that could be the thing that cost this run at the end. Well, I didn't get my leg caught on anything at least. Look at those big legs. Hey, Sasquatch, who's the Bigfoot now? I am. Okay, think this is it. And then some dialogue. And this one's called The Picnic is on Me. Because Sasquatch is having a picnic on me. Alright, there we go. Don't hit too many things. There we are. Look at that, the picnic's on me. Alright, and now, I think time is coming up, so let's keep on flying through this. Just gotta get through some talking. And as soon as we get on that elevator and our horn control on the bottom right disappears, that's when time happens. At least with how I am doing this. So time is in 3, 2, 1. Time. That's it, 1:46:58. And that would be the end of the run, 1:46:58. Not a bad time at all. I feel good with that one. Also, it's going to be the end of the stream because I've got things to do. I've got less than an hour until my appointment, my Friday night appointment. So let's end my VOD.